All right. So Martell Holt violates no contact order ahead of domestic violence conviction appeal. So when people say that Mel and Martell are the same, I wonder what exactly do you mean when you say this? Because it reminds me of how when a man is abusing a woman, but a woman will sometimes fight back, he's still stronger. He's still the one that creates the volatile environment. But because she doesn't just cower, everybody acts like they're the same. They're fighting each other. It's a them thing, not he beating on her and doing the most, and she just defends herself sometimes, and sometimes she'll fight back. Like it's very weird to me the way people group them together when essentially y'all act as if there have not been hundreds of thousands of women, Black women specifically, that date down. And when I say that, yes, they met in college, all of that. But she knew that that nigga was not smarter than the average fifth grader. She knew that, but he's attractive. He's charismatic. And he's like a Trump type personality, y'all. If y'all pay attention to the way Martell moves in his friendships and why it seems like everybody will be on his side in their friend group, even though technically it seems as if he does not mind destroying their lives, but somehow Mel gets blamed for this all the time. And then whenever we say it's really Martell that has consistently put y'all out there like that, it's Martell that said the 20 girlfriends thing. It's Martell that, said that Kimmy was a side chick, that said that Nell was a side chick. Like, it's Martell that has said these things on the show. But somehow, whenever we bring attention to that, y'all be like, oh, Mel does the same thing. And I hate that I even have to say this, because to me, I feel like it goes without saying. Mel is not perfect. I've said it before. She is passive aggressive. And there are times when I wish she would be fucking direct and say what it is and say what's going on, and stop with the just kind of either shutting down or putting sugar on shit. That's that lady personality. It's not mine. I would be very cut and dry and direct about most of this shit, especially on camera, because I know how they like to chop and screw whatever you say. I would have mastered not giving them a chance to cut my words up like that. And especially because I'm from New Orleans, we already talk fast. I already know it could be hard to edit me if I want to make it that way, because I edit myself. So for me, I feel like I wish everybody would be fucking for real and stop acting like because Mel can be petty, Mel can be passive aggressive, just like everybody else on the cast, that means that she and Martell are doing the same thing. Because to me, why that makes it so fucked up is because of things like this, where in real life, what's happening is a domestic violence situation where a man cannot get over the fact that his wife left him. The audaciousness of somebody to cheat on you repeatedly. You give them 2-3 chances and then you cut out of there, and they spend the next 4 years after the divorce trying to degrade you on a public platform, trying to make everybody believe you're some whore that cheated on them, and then also taking you to court to try to get first rights so that you can get contact with her. It's not really about the kids, but he tries to make it about the kids. But he's a full-blown fucking Capricorn, just like Tyrese. And he be wilding out because he no longer has access to this woman. And I think he looks at Maurice and Marceau and gets so mad because they were able to keep their wives and he couldn't. But what you will notice is that same shit that y'all tried to make it seem like Mel was, when she was talking about respectfully cheating, so everybody tries to act like what that means is that she was okay with him cheating on her. No. But what it means is be like your other two bummy ass fucking friends and protect my feelings as much as you can. That's what that means. That means if you gonna cheat with them niggas, how about you cheat like them niggas and not let me find out about what's going on, or at least not let somebody else be able to prove to me what's going on. Because you know how Tisha and Kimmy like to act like they don't have no evidence nowhere on their niggas. And that's fine. especially when it comes to Kimmy. Even though that picture of your old man in Atlanta, don't act like that was 10 years ago before. Oh, 10 years, girl, don't do that. That was literally right before y'all got married. Don't do that, okay? And I could have the timeline wrong, that's fine, but I still feel like y'all was probably living together and in a full-blown relationship whenever that shit happened. Fast forward to now, and Kimmy is doing interviews with Carlos sitting up there talking about, I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay. But bitch, you could have fooled me. You could have fooled me. Because it really just, it seems like we all gonna keep the lie alive no matter what, even if you haven't found anything. There are so many other things going on that you should have an issue with. Like, and I hate to go off on Kimmy right quick before I really get into Martell, but since we talking about all these motherfuckers, I might as well get it off my chest because I only just saw a little snippet of Carlos and her talking on his live today. And the way she was expressing herself, I'm not okay with it, but I've always known that Maurice is a partier and he'll stay out till 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And that's, I used to fight with him about it, but now I don't fight with him about it. But no, I'm not happy about it. No, he's not cheating on me, and cheating is a deal breaker for me. But if I found out that something happened before we got married, then I don't care. But I'm just like Tisha, ain't nobody showed me anything to make me want to leave my husband. So then why doesn't everybody understand why Mel was getting information from the side chick and getting her ducks in a row? Because everybody that doesn't really want to leave their husband wants to get as much evidence as possible before they do anything. So it's crazy to me how the way y'all judge Mel for how she handled the situation, talking about respectfully cheating. That's not what she meant. She did not mean that, oh, I'm about to go and talk to this girl and tell her how she needs to act in order to cheat with my husband. Destiny, that's some crazy shit that Martell said that will irk Mel's spirit. And if there's nothing I have learned in this past episode more than any other thing, is that Destiny and Martell both have the same feeling towards Mel. And that's why they enjoy each other's company so much, because they love to sit and commiserate and talk shit about her, and they both miss her. It's very weird. It's very, very weird. But the thing for me is how everybody ignores the domestic violence aspect of this. If you do not know, Martell has a whole case that he was actually charged and convicted on, I believe. And I'm about to read this to you, with the harassing communications, as Stormy likes to say. Comparing her situation with a fucking YouTuber to what this man has been doing. So apparently they go to court. Mel is like, I don't want him to keep contacting me. He's always texting me and calling me and asking me what I'm doing and where I'm going and who I'm with. He even recently put out on social media and brought it to the courts as well, saying that she was having an inappropriate relationship with her security guard in the home with the kids, and the security guard is married. So this is something that he and his baby mama Ariane, I believe, were putting out there on the internet. And he also took it to court. The courts threw the shit out. Okay, they threw it out. How did you even know what was going on in her house? It's some weird ass shit. But either way, fine. So because of this case, Mel has to go to the district attorney's office because she is called to the district attorney's office. Apparently, as soon as she walked out the office, Martell texted her and asked her what she was doing at the district attorney's office. And everybody is looking around like, how the fuck he know that I was just at the district attorney's office? And that's because he is a charismatic person that I believe knows how to rub elbows, smile, and be charming. But then also he knows how to get the right people in the right fucked up situations, like Trump. You get evidence on people of shit that they don't want to come out, and you can ride their coattails until the wheels fall off. If y'all notice, Martell is always able to find some fucking friend to do some shit for him that Mel used to do for him. And to me, it's probably because you have cheated or done some, fucked up shit around Martell, and Martell knows that. And Martell is the bad little boy that finds out all of your secrets and can't wait to use it to his advantage. That's what I think Martell does. Mel finds out all kind of shit on them people and never says anything. I remember when we interviewed her and we asked her about Marceau and Tisha's lawsuits that they had going on with their businesses, which were never really presented on the show as they were going on. And she was like, I don't know anything about that. I don't know what I can say about that. Like, she just didn't want to speak on it because she was like, that's not my situation. I'm not going to speak on it. So I personally interviewed this lady and she has decided to not say certain things that I'm sure she knows. But everybody's going to act like she and Martell are exactly the same. And I feel like that's an extension of the domestic violence, is to turn everybody against the person. Anyway, so let me read this shit and we'll further get into it. Martell Holt is back in legal hot water as his harassing communications appeal hearing approaches. This past Friday, an Alabama judge heard a motion from the Huntsville, Alabama district attorney to revoke his bond order. In documents obtained by Urban Bell, the judge issued a no contact order regarding Martell's contact with Melody. Martell could only contact Melody regarding their ongoing custody battle. Despite this ruling, the Huntsville, Alabama DA detailed in the motion that Martell or Martell's associates continuously contacted Melody about matters outside of their divorce agreement. The DA even includes an instance where Martell demanded to know why Melody met with the DA in their office. The victim met with the undersigned on this date to discuss our upcoming trial. After the victim left my office, defendant contacted her demanding to know why she was here. The victim feels threatened and in fear for her safety now that she is possibly being watched by defendant or someone close to defendant. As a result, the DA sought to amend Martell's bond agreement to have no contact with Melody whatsoever. A judge agreed with this sentiment and issued this order. The new order issued by the judge will supersede the ongoing custody case. Martell cannot contact Melody directly or indirectly whatsoever. Recently, the judge presiding over Martell and Melody's custody struck multiple elements of an order Martell filed seeking to hold Melody under contempt of court. This included allegations that Melody was having an inappropriate contact with her security guard in her home while her children were present. After this was struck from the court, these allegations were mentioned on various social media outlets. Okay? Okay. So when people say that Mel and Martell are the same, I need for y'all to find for me where there are a whole bunch of situations where Mel is harassing him. Like, I need y'all to find that for me. Where can we find evidence that Melody is harassing Martell, calling and texting him constantly, having other people keep tabs on him for her? Can y'all tell me when that's happened? Can y'all tell me when she's actually ever lied on him? I have questions. I have so many questions about how these two people are the same person, but one of them continues to harass one of the people, and the person being harassed just wants to be left the fuck alone. I'm so confused about how that means these two people are the same. And I think that is an extension of how domestic violence works. And that's what makes it so fucked up sometimes, is that because you're not only abusing the person, like directly abusing them, harassing them, talking to them crazy, blowing up their phone, following them, making them look bad in public, trying to put out that video of her, all of that shit. Like, yeah, you could do all of that shit directly. But then you can also have other people feeling that because I don't want to fuck with anybody that's fucking with him, make them feel like I'm just this bad friend and this fucked up person because I don't want to deal with people that show me, even for instance, that I can't trust them. After I just went through this with a nigga I was married to and had 4 kids with. I think Mel might have a little bit of a trust issue. And I think she should, because what we just found out is that whoever the associates are, and I know some people are saying it might be Destiny because Destiny was at the courthouse dealing with her own shit at the same time. I don't know if it was Destiny. I won't say for a fact. But what I will say is Destiny's behavior as I continue to say, is giving very much single black female. It's giving problematic. It's giving you're just as in love with Melody as Martell is. And y'all both get together and commiserate about how y'all bitch got away. Like, it's very weird energy. Especially because, thank you. Shout out to the Discord people who showed me the preview clip. I don't know if y'all seen the preview clip that's floating around on Facebook, but apparently Destiny asked Kimmy to text or call Melody to invite her to an event that I guess Destiny was having. Mind you, Destiny sat there with Martell and made Mel look crazy. Okay. Oh, 1 minute she's going off on me because I told her that she was teaching that girl how to respectfully cheat. And I feel like she was, and she was going off on me. And then after that, she was so nice to me. I don't know which one of her faces I'ma get. You talk cash money shit about that girl after you mouthed, I love you. And now you want to try to invite her to some shit after you just sat there on the park bench and talked about her like shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all like to feel like it's always Mel and I just can't see it and all of that. I understand all of that, but I would like for y'all to present facts and stop just saying shit to me. Because a lot of y'all just say shit. Like, y'all just say shit. She not perfect. And, y'all just say sayings. It's a saying. It's something that people say when they just don't want to have to prove their point, but they just want to disagree with you about something. There are like certain sayings that y'all continuously say, especially regarding women. Like, she not perfect. She's no angel. They just alike. Like, you say things and you don't actually present the facts of why you feel that way. But you're arguing with me, who's presenting all of why I feel the way I feel. It's very weird. And so that's why I'm going to continue to feel how I feel about it until the rest of y'all kiss my ass. Because what is this? What is this? Then people have been divorced for 4 years now. Leave her alone. Why do you care why she's coming? Like, leave the lady alone. I don't know why this is hard. If he would just move on with his life, none of this would be really happening. And honestly, what I feel like happens with the group is the group may not, especially at the beginning. At the beginning, I don't even really feel like the group really wanted to side with Martell like that. But Martell, I think, applies a lot of pressure to his friends to choose his side. And so then it becomes a both of them thing because you want to invite Mel to shit because it's always good to have Mel there. She's always a good person to have in a room at an event. She is. Whether y'all want her to speak, whether y'all want her to, invite her fan base to something, she was always, even before this show, a good person to have in the room. And so now I feel like y'all want her there, but y'all also want Martell there, but not really. But you feel like if you don't invite him, he's going to bombard you about it. Y'all know kind of the way he did Nell Fletcher. I'm going to get up off this. But I feel like he has been flashing out for years. And people can say whatever they want to say about Mel, but this nigga needs to leave it alone. Like let it go, Drake. Drake, let it go.